A blessed Saturday to us. I'd like to add a little dimension to what Jesus said in today's gospel reading at the end. If you have faith, nothing will be impossible for you. Which is actually a very important, not just an additional data or an addition or what is a rejoinder, as we sometimes call it in English, no? And this is found actually from the very first reading that we have today. A very significant and very important, it's actually at the heart of every Jewish believer. No? Every Jewish believer, because everyone is required to recite what we call the Hear, O Israel, or the Shema. Okay? Actually, I teach my students the first years, no, under my course in the Old Testament. I teach them the Hebrew version of this part here, 4 or 5 verses. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord alone. No? Shema Israel. Okay? So I always have it every year. That's why it's so beautifully written. And the expression is really very beautiful. And one of the beautiful expressions here is that when the text says, love the Lord your God with all your strength, it is not just only talking about the strength ng kusgan, but the original word being used in the Hebrew text is the adverb. Okay? The adverb is used as an expression of how to love, or in what way do we love God, we must love God. And the adverb is very. The adverb is formed into a noun, a substantive. In other words, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your veriness. And what does that mean? Veriness has something to do with the best that we can, no? Or the superlative. Dili laingon nga basta-basta lang, okay ra ni, no? It has always to be in its utmost expression. Not only on the physical strength, because that's what usually we understand, but in the veriness. Like for example, if you do something, you have to make it really, really special. And that is how important loving God is. Not only from the heart that actually allows the blood to flow into our system for as long as we live. Not only to the soul that actually describes the whole being, not only the body, but the person who is actually acting, living, alive, moving, working, sleeping, resting, and everything. That is why you can see towards the end that loving God is to be taught, to be drilled to the children. No? Unsa may puti pasabot og drill. You know, in the military, we have the, di ba, drilling. Kanang mag-drill, mag-march. But it is not only just drilling, where we are actually practicing, or we have the people, or we have the children, or we have the persons really do it in practice. But drilling has something to do with really unsa man, if we get water from the ground, what do? Water or oil, we have to drill. That's why in the Cebuano expression, it is very beautiful. Isilsil sa inyong kasing-kasing. No? Isilsil, ipadulot gyud. And this is how serious and very important the message is. And finally, since we are talking about pagsilsil diha sa kasing-kasing, at the end of the gospel, of the first reading, it says, ayaw kalimti ang Ginoo pagpasalamat. I will give you a land you did not till, houses that you did not build, gardens that you did not plant. But this is one thing that is required of you. Don't forget to thank the Lord. And that's what we're doing here in the Eucharist. Every time we gather as a Eucharistic community, we thank the Lord profusely for whatever reason. And that is responding to what He said. Do not forget to thank the Lord, because all that we have received is from Him. Bisan pa sa unsa natong pagpaningkamot, gikan gyud ni tanan kaniya. And we ought to return it back with a grateful heart. So, the faith that is as strong or even as little as a mustard seed, together with a grateful heart, makes the most powerful defense and possession that we have. That's why Jesus would say, you can command the mountain to move, but just Don't do that kay daghan unyang matingala. No? But then from deep within us, the heart that is grateful, the heart that is faithful, is the greatest power in the world. And if we have that, we thank the Lord for it. Amen.